Hey, thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Zaji, and today I want to share with you a little bit about some knitting things. I recently have been getting just obsessed with buying older knitting books, and I've been just increasing my collection quite a bit. If you follow me on Instagram stories, which I will have linked down below, you know that I have been obsessing over a book that I recently got, and it is called Fearless Knitting by Kathleen Taylor. It is a beautiful book. I love the imagery and the photography in the book, but I also really love the color palettes that she has. Something that really called to me, and when I show you these colors, and if you've seen anything else on my channel, you'll know why I picked them. But I did get this yarn from Knit Picks. I think that's primarily the company that she uses for the yarn in this book, or for the projects in this book. Yarn, I guess it could have worked either way. Anyways, so if you like yarn, if you like knitting, if you want to see some ideas of what I'm going to be trying to get into in the coming months, then go ahead and click that subscribe and turn on your notification bell, and we will get started. A lot of this yarn I purchased because it is my birthday month. If you didn't know, my birthday is August 14th, so I did purchase quite a bit of yarn this month, so you will see me talking about quite a bit of yarn on this channel coming up because I have a problem. So I purchased more yarn, and I'm really excited because these projects, honestly, the colors, everything called to me. So I'm going to share with you the yarn that I got by project. So this is from Knit Picks. I think I will include a little bit at the end for something else that I got, but this will be the Knit Picks order to start with. I got this big old box from Knit Picks, and it honestly got so garbled up in the mail. I don't know what was going on there. Like, come on, Knit Picks, what's going on? But my box was open. I like that they don't, I'm going to go back and forth with the glasses. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place today. But, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of the box being jacked up, but I am a fan that they don't individually package everything in plastic. That's something that I don't super love when yarn companies do that, mostly because I don't want to have to deal with all that plastic. And I like, you know, there's already, it's yarn. I'm going to have to wash it before I wear it anyway. So anyways, I was a little upset about the box, but I'm going to start talking about the first project that I think I will probably finish before the other ones, just because it is going to be a hat. Now, there is also a matching scarf, and if my husband says that he wants to have that scarf, and I do need to get more yarn, I will go ahead and purchase more yarn, but this project is definitely for my husband. I know it's my birthday month, but I bought yarn. All the yarn from Knit Picks is for other people, so sorry. But I am one of those people who likes to knit also for my family quite a bit. So, God, this yarn is so squishy. It's so squishy and soft. Everything I ever hope for. But anyways, this is the wool of the Andes Sport Weight. Now, I know this yarn comes in quite a few different weights. I don't know all of them, but I know that they have more than just sport weight of this yarn. And I got several colors because these are all color work projects. Now, I remembered to wear my color work project that I already have done that kind of got me obsessed with working color work. And this is the Spark Cardigan by Andrea Maury. And I will have it linked up above, I think over here, for you to check that out if you're interested in more about this cardigan. But I love color work, and I don't buy a lot of yarn for color work because it's a lot of different yarn. You know, if you're working a solid color garment, you may only need to buy 3 or 4 hanks of something or skeins of something and get 400 grams, and you're able to make a sweater. But like with these kinds of projects, you're buying quite a bit more yarn because you have a lot of different colors and motifs depending on, I like a lot of colors and motifs. So the projects that I'm interested in require a lot of different colors. So I'm going to get started with this, the Sport Weight Wool of the Andes. So I got several different colors here. Let me get them all and see if how much I can hold in my hand. Is that everything for his hat? No. Okay. So I got 5 colors of the Wool of the Andes Sport Weight yarn. This is a sport weight yarn, as I said. So it's a number 2 in the yarn weight category. And I got this first color, which is Midnight Heather, which, oh my gosh, is just a really dark navy blue. It's quite pretty. And then I got this one, which is Tumeric, which, I mean, my nails, okay, anyways, already we know this is a color that I absolutely am going to enjoy working up. I also got Bramble Heather, which is kind of like a brown gray color. Really like that. And then I also got this one, which is called Hollyberry. Now, I don't know if they're playing at Hollyberry on that, but I'm not a huge red fan, and this is actually coming up slightly more bright than it is in real life. It's kind of more like a wine shade than red. I wonder if I put it together. Okay, yeah, that's kind of more, it's a deeper color. And then I also got Pompous Heather, which is a greeny shade, which has like beautiful hints of orange and brown and a little bit of blue in there too. Oh my gosh, obsessed. So I got those to, oh God, help me. Not you. My cat's trying to help me. Anyway, so I got those 5 colors to make a hat for my husband. And he wants to do this geometric hat pattern, which I'll probably have over here, which is so beautiful. I think it's absolutely going to be fun to knit up, but I also think it's going to be super warm. He really liked how the top of it is just kind of like a square. It's not really like a traditional round hat. So I was like, okay, cool. That's great for me, because I don't think you decrease at all. I think it's literally just a tube that you knit in the round, and you just do like a 3 needle bind off for the top. And so I was like, yes, I think that's going to be so cute. And because I really like these colors, I can also see myself wearing it if it can fit over my locks, because we all know that locks don't really like to be in hats. And my locks are quite thick, so I really like the design of the hat. But it also comes with, like, in the book there's a matching scarf pattern, which I just had talked about, and it's quite long, but I think it'll be really, really nice as well. I think it's kind of the same situation where it's knit in the round and then you have a 3 needle bind off. I'm not really sure, but it's super beautiful. Honestly, the colors that she picked were colors that I absolutely want. And when I think about mixing that kind of turmeric shade with things, I never really think to go for like reds and things like that, because I don't love red, and the red's not a huge amount, but I think it will be really beautiful together, because I can see on the hat that she made and as the sample that it's going to be absolutely stunning. Okay. So then the next thing that I got from them is their Swish worsted weight, which I'll show up close in a little bit as well. So Swish is a machine washable yarn. I didn't say, but the Wool of the Andes, this one is not machine washable, so it is something that I will have to hand wash if it does get dirty. But this one is definitely machine washable. You can wash it on cold and tumble dry it on low. So this is not something that you're going to have a huge risk of felting with, which is important because this next thing I'm going to talk about is actually for my daughter. So for her, I'm going to be making another color work design. This is actually, I believe, the first design in the book, and I will also have pictures of that up here, or maybe video, I'm not really sure, but I will have some images of this pattern as well for you to see. And I got a couple of colors for this as well. I believe that this is one of their most popular yarns, the Swish. I've seen loads and loads of people talk about I've seen loads and loads of people talk about this, this yarn online, and I, for a long time, really wanted to work it up. Let me see, did I get everything? Yeah, I think that's, yeah. So these are the colors that I got for my daughter. So off the bat, I mean, okay. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. I love these all together. So here, I'll go through all the colors for you. Okay, so this beautiful hot pink color is called Crush. This is going to be basically the main color of this design. I have 2 balls of this yarn. I didn't show the 2 balls holding it up because obviously my hands are only so big. But I got this color, which will be the main shade. And then I also got Eggplant, which is this beautiful eggplant color, super deep purple. My daughter loves hot pink and purple, so those are going to be the main 2 colors in this design. Well, that stand out the most, I'm sure. Then I also have Swish worsted, and this is called Haystack Heather. And this is a little different from Tumeric. It's a little bit more kind of like greeny and browny than it is yellow and orangey. I really like this shade. I also got Dublin, which is a beautiful green. My daughter also really loves green, and this particular pattern has loads of green in it. I think I held up Dublin twice. Are these from separate dye lots? Because they're the same color, but they look, I don't know, I guess they do look the same color, but these are both Dublin. And then I also got Peapod, which is a brighter green. Not quite neon, but it is a lighter and brighter green shade. Oh, and then the last color I got was just white, which is white. So these are gonna be, ooh, how many can I fit? There we go. So these are gonna be the colors for her cardigan, and I cannot wait to get started on this. I actually already have the pattern and the yarn that I'm going to be using by my bedside table to start working on it tonight. Absolutely, wait a minute. Absolutely in love with the idea of starting this project up. I have definitely spent a lot of time looking at this book. I originally got the book at the library because I take my daughter to the library on a weekly basis so she can pick out books, and it's a nice outing to do that doesn't involve shopping, and I can usually find something to look at as well. I have been getting a lot of knitting book ideas and buying a lot of those books that I've been checking out because you all know me. I have lots of whips, so I can't have books being checked out for that long from the library while I work through it. It takes me a year to finish it because I just keep starting projects. But anyways, never mind. I really love the look of this. Not only do I love it, I don't have to convert anything on this pattern to working it in the round. I really detest when I get a pattern that's color work that's worked in pieces. I'm not a huge fan of working patterns in pieces anyways. I know it's necessary for some things, especially shaping, but for children's patterns where there is no shaping, where you're literally knitting a tube, I'm just like, why am I doing this in parts, like in pieces? I tend to make all of Nala's garments in the round. Regardless, I try my hardest to do it that way, unless it has a stitch that is like garter stitch, which would be harder to work in the round, or just less pleasant to work in the round than just knitting for each round as opposed to knitting, purling, knitting, purling, knitting, purling. Yeah, okay. So I definitely want to make this for her. I know that this pattern does come in a size 2, 4, and 6, but my daughter is just now turned 3. She turned 3 on the 11th. So I'm going to make her a size 4 since she falls directly in between the 2 sizes. I mean, an age range. I think it's only like a 26-inch bust when finished, the cardigan. And my daughter right now, her bust is at like a 22, 23 inch. So it'll still give her lots of room and also a little bit more length for her to be able to grow into this cardigan and hopefully be able to wear it through till the springtime. Speaking of spring, is my next project, which is something that I think I will probably wait to start on until the spring. Who knows? But, you know, I've got lots of things I want to be making on. So I'm going to show you those now, and that's with another yarn from Knit Picks. Like I said, I wanted to try out a lot of their yarns because I've heard really good things. And this is one that I'm giving a test drive because I do have another favorite that I already have loads of in my stash. And I'll talk about that in just a sec. But for now, it's going to be the Stroll yarn from Knit Picks. Now, Stroll is their sock yarn. A lot of people use Stroll undyed to do hand dyeing. I've seen lots of people on YouTube use that yarn because I think it's also on Amazon Prime. So this is a machine washable yarn as well, as I mentioned. For my daughter, I have to have something that's machine washable because she is young, and I am consistently washing her knits. I do typically wash them at least every 2 weeks because they are usually hard and crusty with something she spilled, or she's dropped something on it, or it's just dusty from her playing. And you know, I like for me to be able to properly care for her garments and it not be a hassle to me. Now, I take pretty good care of my own knitwear, so I don't have to wash my clothing as often, but she's little, okay? She's 3 years old. Give her a break. We're going to give her something that's washable. And so I got Stroll, and this is a fingering weight yarn. And I am usually a huge critic of fingering weight yarn. Mostly because when I first had my hand surgery, I found that it was very uncomfortable for me to work with yarn that small because I didn't have the kind of dexterity that really suits working with this yarn. Now that I am quite far past, well, not quite far past, but I have gained so much more strength from when I first started working with my hand again. And I'm working on a fingering weight project right now, actually, but I just started working on a beaded neckerchief that is in fingering weight yarn. And so I was like, oh, that's all I needed. I'm gonna buy more. Gotta buy more fingering weight yarn so I can work with some more fingering weight projects, because I do love working color work, and color work I feel like is the most fun in fingering weight because you can do so many more intricate designs and really play around with drawing with yarn. It's amazing. Anyways, so back to this Stroll. I'm going to show you the colors now. Okay, so these are all the colors that I'll be using for her garment. Aren't they pretty? Oh my goodness. So the main color of this cardigan is going to be this soft baby blue color. This is called Frost. And I think originally she might have used white or maybe even pale purple. I'm not really I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but I'm working this kind of jacket, and I thought that having the blue base would be really beautiful for a spring style jacket. Obviously it's still pretty cool here in the mountains in the springtime, so I thought just having this beautiful frosty blue would still be reminiscent of kind of winter if I do finish it before springtime, but will still fit in really great with spring colors. So this will be the main color in this project. I got 2 balls of that. And then I did get 2 different green colors. The first one, oh no, is it 2? Oh my gosh. Okay, so one of those greens is not supposed to be in there. It was only this green, which is Peapod, which is the same color as the Swish color that I got in Peapod as well. But this is just in the fingering weight Stroll base. Then I also got Rhapsody, which is a super pretty blue color. This is also going to be some of the motifs as well. Then I got Aurora Heather. Okay, yeah, so there is another green. Okay, this green is quite dark, but it is not as heathered as the other green heather colors that I've shown. This is definitely a pretty true deep forest green, I really love this color in combination with the next color I'm going to show you, which is this purple. I think they're going to play really beautifully together. This is called Paisley Heather, and as you can see, it has some reds in it and some kind of blues, as well as that basic, or not basic, but the main purpley shade. And I think my daughter's going to love this. These are going to be the cute little flowers that are on the pattern. And yeah, honestly, I have been loving this book. It is definitely one of my favorite things that I picked up, especially from the library. I always find really great books there, especially for like food. Also really great recommendations for like Nala. She gets to read all kinds of books and stories, and she loves that. But yeah, finding this knit book was amazing. Let me know down below if you would like for me to talk about some other older knitting books that I have found that I really love, because I've purchased quite a bit, and I would like to share that with you all if you're interested. But before I go, I'm going to share one more project, and it's actually going to be a project that I want to be working on for myself. Now this is called the Graduation Cardigan, and I'll put a picture of that up as well. And just from looking at it, I'm sure you can tell that it is absolutely everything that I want. Those colors are beautiful. There's just 4 colors in this particular pattern. It has a gold, a red, a green, and a white. I changed the colors around a little bit just to suit my preferences a little bit more. And I did go ahead and cake this yarn up. I did talk about this yarn as well on my stories, so that's why I kind of put it at the end here. But I didn't get this yarn from Knit Picks. Let me go grab it and I will be right back. Okay, so I did go to the Loopy, crinkly bag. So I did go to the Loopy U, which is a local yarn shop near me in northern Colorado. It's located in Fort Collins, which is a pretty big town here, or I guess it is a city, a pretty big city here. And I went, I don't remember when I actually did go, but I went and looked around because I wanted to make this cardigan, and I wanted to make it in colors that I really, really loved. And I knew that I loved the golden tone of this cardigan already, but I did kind of want to change the colors around just a hair, just because I wanted to. Just because I wanted to, and I wanted to look at the colors in real life as opposed to buying them online and potentially taking the chance that they weren't going to be the colors that I wanted and that I loved, because this is what I'm considering to be one of my birthday projects. Every year I start a project like around my birthday time, and it's kind of like my gift to myself. I buy usually yarn that I wouldn't spend the money on otherwise. Sometimes it's a whole thing. Anyways, it's a birthday thing. You know what a birthday thing is. Anyways, so I decided to go with the Cascade Heritage line. Now, if you watch this channel also, you know that I am a pretty big fan of Cascade. This cardigan that I'm wearing right now is in a Cascade yarn, or in 2 Cascade yarns. And I loved working with them. I really liked the consistency. I love the fact that I can usually find this yarn anywhere, not anywhere, but my local yarn shops, all of the yarn shops near me can't carry some amount of this yarn. So I don't know, I like working with Cascade, and I love the fact that I can find them all over the place. Anyways, that was a lot of backstory. Love this cardigan, love these colors. I'm going to show them to you now. So I wonder if I can just turn the bag over and you see, oh my gosh, yes, you can. Let's see. Oh, I did cake these up. I did cake these up this weekend. So these colors together, oh my god. Okay, so I'll show you them all up close. And they have numbers. They might have names, but I only have the numbers, and I'll put those up on the screen for you. This is a more natural tan kind of color. It's kind of more beige than tan. So this is a creamy tan color. It is super, super beautiful, and I thought it would contrast beautifully with the forest green color that I got, because these 2 colors are often the colors that are paired together in the motifs that use them. But I did also get this color, this color, which is the most pretty gold color ever. I mean, again, nails, anyways. I love this shade and this other beautiful, this is like a brick, it's not brick, it's actually quite orangey. It's showing up a little bit more bright on camera, but these two colors are together in the motifs a lot, and I thought these were contrasting enough. So then it would be these colors together for that cardigan, and I thought these were absolutely stunning. I think that they all contrast enough from each other that the motifs that she has designed in this pattern won't get lost as easily as they possibly could. So yeah, that is going to be kind of like my first round of birthday yarns and things like that from the new Kathleen, or not new, but from the Fearless Knitting book from Kathleen Taylor that I recently got. Really excited. That's how you know I really loved this book, because I bought the yarns basically right away. I did also find it close to my birthday time, so I was going to be buying yarn anyway. But yeah. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about this format of me just kind of sharing with you my yarns when I get them. And give me a like if you did actually like to see this video. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. Okay, bye-bye.